Sorry, I was wanting to talk to Mary a little bit longer. That's what we can talk to you guys too. It's fine.
I'm getting old, so.
Nothing exciting this time.
No.
How was the library last week?
Good. It was good.
I feel like I just talked to you a week ago.
I know. It's funny because my mom said, "Oh, you're going to be on RiverBender tomorrow," and I said, "I am. I'm glad you said that." I mean, not that I would have forgotten. I've only done that once, but just last week. So we actually had a really good turnout at our. It was our last program at Jacoby Arts Center. So,
that's right.
Yep, and it was the NGK band, and we had 120 people sign up, and almost that many showed up. So it was a really good time, and people loved the band, first of all. If nobody's ever heard the NGK band play, you should, because they're fantastic. But we've developed this great partnership with Jacoby. It was kind of sad to that's the last one that in their current iteration. So we'll see what we're going to do, going forward with them, because it was a really great collaboration. But it was nice to go out on a high note. So
literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
But, that's interesting, too, because you had just gotten that really established. It was a bummer.
Yeah, it was a bummer, but it's nice. But we still have great programs coming up. So I know we'll be back before this comes up, but the Jared Hennings Trio is going to play for us. So Jared's going to be coming to the library along with Ralph Monroe, and Brian McKinney. So that trio will be here in September, so you can sign up for that. So
is that going to be at the?
It'll be at the Alton Square location upstairs in the performance room. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think's cool is with this, even though it ended a little bit premature, it opens the door to a lot more events for you.
It does, and a lot more collaboration if Jacoby, is to continue. And I'm not sure what their iteration is. We had some really great programs that we were thinking of partnering with them on that would have gotten the library out into the community more, which is something that we're really trying to focus on, and something that we've been doing a lot more of. So we've been at the back to school events for OSF. We were at the back to school event for the Boys and Girls Club. We were at Juneteenth. We've been at the farmers market. We've just been out and about. We were just at, we're going to the YWCA job fair that they're having. So we're trying to get out into the community and let people know we'll be at Mississippi Earth Tones. We went to the Ward 4 picnic over the weekend. So yeah, it was just, it's been a really great getting out into the community.
A couple of things that I wanted to hit on real quick, just so all of you know that there is some online issues going on. There are.
We belong to the Illinois Heartland Library System Consortia, and all the libraries in the area, we have a platform, our Polaris platform, through them. So when you access your account online, when you use the Share Mobile Library app, those types of things, those have been affected there's a tech issue with them right now. So if you're going online and you're trying to request materials using the app or on our website, or if you're trying to renew materials or see what you currently have checked out or pay a fine, it's kind of hit and miss as to what's working and what's not working. There was an upgrade over the weekend, and they think some things just didn't work the way they possibly were supposed to. So it's if you're experiencing those issues, just call us. We're happy to. Our software still works on our end. So we're happy to renew things for you if you just call the library.
You know what? I'm always nervous about hitting that update button.
Yeah.
And do you guys have a call on that? Or?
So no, that's again, anything that runs that you can access as a patron runs through IHLS. So, and they're always very, very good. And the good thing is they're very responsive. And so they're aware of the issue. They're working on it. So hopefully it won't be too much longer.
Really cool. I just wanted to hit on that just in case someone was going.
No, I'm glad. And we put it on our website and we put it on our Facebook page, but we're trying to get the word out as much as we can. So
also, this is really cool. And we need to have more of these events. Register to vote. Okay. The League of Women Voters will be at Hayner Library tomorrow from 1 to 6 p.m.
Yes.
Just registering to vote. There's no, persuasion either way. Just go and register to vote.
Exactly. Yeah. So the League of Women Voters is going to all of the libraries in the area, a lot of the libraries in the area, and having voter registration programs. And it's to mark the anniversary of the Voting Rights Act. And so,
really cool.
Yeah. So we, it doesn't matter who you're going to vote for, but it's if you need to register to vote, or if you have any questions about your polling location or where you want to go. The library also offers voter registration throughout the whole year. So it's really kind of in conjunction with the service that we already offer. And so we thought this would be a really great way highlight a service that we provide all year round. So we do voter registration. We do ask that people just call the library before you come to register to vote, other than this event.
Yeah.
Because only if there's a few of us that are not everyone on staff is a voter registrar. So it just depends on who's on staff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, please do, because you got 2 elections coming up in 3 months. And the local one's important. I don't care about the national. But getting back into just the things coming down. Healthy living for your brain and body.
Yeah.
I saw this on your calendar a few days ago, and it kind of just hit me. I don't know why. It just really is piquing my interest.
Yeah, so we've been partnering with the Alzheimer's Association to provide some programming. We have 2 that are going to be happening with them coming up.
Cool.
Yeah, so this one is an introductory workshop that you can learn about research in the areas of diet and nutrition, exercise, cognitive activity, and social engagement. And they're going to have hands-on tools that you can use to incorporate those tips into your life for healthy aging. And it's for your brain and your body. So that program is going to be August 24th at 10 o'clock at our Alton Square location. And people can call our phone number and register for that. And then the other thing that we're doing with the Alzheimer's Association is we've been having memory cafes.
I heard good things.
Yeah, so our memory cafes are for patrons or anybody in the area experiencing dementia or Alzheimer's and their caregivers. And so it's a way for the caregivers to get together. We'll have some activities for the patients who might be experiencing dementia and Alzheimer's, just a kind of way to evoke memories and talk about things in the past. And also for people to socialize and connect that are the caregivers, and there'll be information from the Alzheimer's Association there.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the memory cafe because, we always, and obviously the person going through it, God, it couldn't
It's
even
awful.
imagine.
It's awful.
But the family members and the
Yes.
support system,
Yes.
that's where my real heart goes out
Yeah,
to, because
yeah.
the weight of the world is truly on their shoulders.
It is. And so if you can not only can we get information to people about, things and services that they may not know about, but also just for you to meet other people who are going through it as a caregiver.
Yep.
And it's a chance for you to connect with those people, kind of learn from each other, or even just make a friend or a connection, hey, I just need some help here. I just want to talk about it. And that's a really great thing for our patrons. So we love having those. And they also work in conjunction with Johanna, our reference librarian, has come up with some really amazing memory kits that you can check out. So anybody that has a Hayner library card, you can come in, or a library card, you can come into Hayner Library and check them out. They're kits that have been put together. They're multimedia, hands-on kits that focus on, I think one is gardening, they're kind of like reminiscent kits. So you can sit down with the person that's experiencing dementia or Alzheimer's and kind of use these tools that are in this kit to talk and to bring up memories, and they're just a great
Have we
great
not
resource.
wrote about those yet?
Not yet, I don't think.
Well, Johanna, they're getting put into this article.
So,
really, that is so cool.
They're really great. We have 4 of them, and that they're all at the Alton Square location.
I just love it because you guys really do look for every facet that you could help with somebody.
We do. That's the point of the library. The point of the library is to just kind of figure out who our patrons are, what how we can be of use in your everyday life, and whether that's through education or entertainment, whether you're a baby, like baby lap sit or baby yoga, all the way up to patrons at end of life issues with Alzheimer's and dementia. We run the gamut and everybody in between. So we're always trying to find something for someone.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I saw this too, and I think this is wonderful. This is all about avoiding scams and scammers.
Yes. So I don't know. Every time you open up your email, I don't care how tight your spam filter is, something comes through. And I'm on the internet all the time, especially with my job. And every once in a while I get one and I'm like, I don't remember signing up for that. I think, well, that's because it's a scam, Mary. You didn't sign up for it. So, even people who are super tech savvy are susceptible to scams and scammers. And so, we're talking about how to avoid them if it happens to you. And what you can do, and we're taking an in-depth look at the different kinds of scams and how to identify them, and then steps you can take to protect yourself, and then what you can do if you think you have been scammed.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's going to be Wednesday, August 14th at 6 o'clock at our Alton Square Library as well.
And this is for somebody that it doesn't matter how old you are or
anybody. Anybody can be the victim of scams and identity theft. So.
My grandma is very lucid. She doesn't have a computer. She doesn't do online, but she still, every once in a while, they'll call and they go, it's your grandson in jail.
Yes.
And seriously, and it's very believable especially for me.
And especially with AI, the advent of AI. I mean, they're going to be able to manipulate video and audio. And, even if you're tech savvy, some of this stuff is really difficult to figure out.
So not HBO. I almost got phished, I guess, is what you call it, because HBO, a scammer sent me an email, but it wasn't from HBO. It said dash HBO Max. So even though it said HBO Max on it, it wasn't. Yep. So I click on it. I almost clicked on that link and would have lost all my data.
Exactly. And it's one of those things too. I mean, and we'll talk about these types of things at the program, but just something as simple as scrolling over the link, and if it doesn't match what's at the bottom of your browser, just delete it. And I mean, I feel like delete it no matter what, because if somebody's really trying to get a hold of you,
they'll
call you. But even the phone calls are, sometimes not legit. So we're going to talk about all of that and what you can do to protect yourself. So
wonderful.
Yeah. And again, it's free, August 14th at 6:00 at the mall library, and everything we're talking about today is on our website, on our events calendar.
That's where I'm on. I cheat that way.
So,
well, and wanted to. What was this one here? I can't read that upside
Which
down.
one?
Your brain. Did we already talk about that?
That's the your brain and body tips, the healthy living for the brain and body. See, you're on it.
I figured I'm trying here.
Yeah.
Well, how are all the tried and true events going?
They're going well.
Like Flashback Fridays and all that?
Flashback Fridays, I think that one hasn't had the greatest attendance, but this is what's great about the library. We try something, and if it works and it hits with our patrons, then we just keep doing it because people are responding to it. If it's something that's not doing well, we can say, well, we tried it, and we're going to make room for a different program. So it's going okay, but I think this might be the last time we do Film Flashback Thursdays. But you can come see on September 12th at the Genealogy and Local History Library, the House of Flying Daggers. So we're going to have that, and we have popcorn and drinks for people. So yeah, we'll still have that, and that probably might be the last time we do that program.
But you know what? It's okay, because you can just evolve them.
That's the thing. You try it, and if it works, fantastic.
But you know what is?
Well, you've said, we've tried it. So.
What I think is the coolest thing that you guys do, and I tell you this every damn time I talk to you, it's one of the coolest, is the Taps and Tomes Book Club.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
This is really starting to become its own community.
It's huge.
It's very cool.
Huge. And what I love about that is exactly what you said. It's its own community. So we started out when we weren't sure how it would go over, and I think we had about maybe a dozen people at the first one, and it's grown. Sometimes we have like 28 people, to the point where we're trying to decide whether we should that evening put a table over here and a table over here and have two smaller conversations. But it seems like everybody really likes the big conversations, so we're sticking with it as long as our patrons like it. But what's wonderful about that is people have made friends, and people who don't know each other, and it's been great because it's everybody from somebody who literally is just old enough, because it takes place at the Old Bakery Beer Company. And, we have a drink while you're there. And I mean, they have non-alcoholic drinks, but people who are just old enough to get that first beer, to people who are in their 70s, and everybody in between. And they've all made friends, and they've gone to each other's events, and they know each other's kids now. And every week or every other month when we have the program, somebody new shows up, and you can kind of tell for a few seconds, they're like, oh wait, these people know each other. I don't know if I feel, but by the end of the program, that group has just enveloped them, and they are now a part of the program. So it's wonderful.
Well, what I think is cool too, and even though you're an Old Bakery, it's a different type of bar, right? You aren't down there shooting,
right, exactly,
talking about the Cat in the Hat later.
Exactly.
It's so cool because our community is in need of places that aren't always around.
Yes.
Maybe being inebriated.
Yes.
And to have a drink and read is totally different than going in and partying.
Completely different.
So cool.
So I'm like, when I'm there, obviously I'm working, so I'm not imbibing, but they have herbarium, the tea.
Yeah,
which
those
is
are wonderful.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So I always have an herbarium tea. We read, and what I love about it too is we're reading books that I wouldn't necessarily myself read on different topics, and we try to change the genre and change the topic every other month when we meet, so that we're always talking and having different conversations to what we talked about the month before. And so that's been really fun too. So our next one takes place on Thursday, September 5th, and we are going to be reading Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. So, really cool. We just finished reading The News of the World by Paulette Giles at our last one. So, in fact, one of the best books I've read in probably the last 15 years was I accidentally picked it. Well, I didn't accidentally pick it, but we picked it for a book club, and it ended up being one of the best books I think I've ever read in my entire life. And I would not have read it if it weren't for this book club. So yeah, The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I love the opportunities there because especially for my generation, we're in that weird kind of thing where it's so bizarre. Like I haven't seen a kid my own age in months.
Right?
I'm being dead serious with.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you make new friends?
Yep.
How do you do it the
Yep.
right way?
Yep.
Those are really good opportunities.
Yeah, and like I said, there's so many people. We have people your age that come to this book club, and it's great. I mean, all the way
Until
up to
I
people,
show up.
Yeah, all the way up to people who are their grandparents' age. And so, one of the best things I heard was at our book club. Everybody always wants to rip on the younger generation, which is just not my. I don't.
Right.
But this woman, she had to have been in her 80s probably, and she said, "I think that the stories our young people have are glorious." And she said, "You just have to ask them." And so she's like, nobody taught, and everybody wants to talk about the younger generation, but nobody wants to talk to them or with them. And I just thought it was a really great insight, and I love it. I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, talking a little bit more just about some of the clubs and opportunities, is your writer circle still doing okay?
Yeah, it's doing great. So we've got Writer Circle coming up, and I'm going to blank on the dates. It's in here
September
somewhere.
28th from 10 to noon.
There you go. You're on it more than I am. Oh, here we go. I cannot keep all these dates and
I don't know how you
times
do it,
straight. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that is going gangbusters too, and that one is going to be seasonal sonnets. So every time we have every month we have a different writer circle, and the theme changes. So if there's something, if you're just into writing in general, you want to come to all of them. If there's just a particular type of writing you're into, you can pick that one.
Oh,
and come to that too.
I also messed up too. There's also a writer's circle in August if you wanted to go to that one first.
The combo. So that one's a combo poem, and if I'm being honest, I have no idea what a combo poem is. Not a clue.
But see, that's why these are great things.
As you can tell, I do not run the writer's circle. So that's Morgan Berry, our downtown library manager, who does that. She does a great job of that.
But I just love that because, as an executive director of a library, I would go, oh, of course Mary knows what those are. A combo poem is something you never heard of before, but now you can go be a part of it, learn it, and have
fun. Figure out what it is and have a good time. Yeah, no, creative writing is absolutely not my forte. So I probably should go to more of these writer circles.
Well, and how's your plant library going? Your seed
going really
library?
well. So we just started working on fall things we're going to put out for fall, and the seeds that we'll have. And then we're really encouraging people, truly, if you are a gardener, we want your seeds. So, make sure that they are, cleaned and ready to go, because we just don't have the staff time for cleaning and going through seeds. But if you bring them and they're prepped and ready to go, we will put them in envelopes for you. We will label them. We will do all that work. We just need to have them prepped first before they come in. So, that program we're encouraging, we really want patron participation, because that's how you get the variety.
That has the chance to be such a really big thing, too.
It
really has the chance to be.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, I can see it even growing to where, my hostas, I always get those stalks every year.
Yeah.
You can even bring those in and just plant, that way someone could have a full-grown plant by the end of the summer.
Yeah, and we, that's not a bad idea, because we have grow lights. So our reference librarian, Jean Shemanek, who passed away, Jean was one of my favorite people in the world, and when she passed away, it left a huge void at the library. And I miss Jean all the time, and she was our gardener, and she's the one that started our gardening programs, and she would have loved this. And she had grow lights and all kinds of things for us, and we had these so we do have the equipment for it. So that's something we should think about.
Yeah, I just thought about
it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that? But as we get into this part of the year, we've talked about it. It's the summer reading individuals that put all that together get a couple of weeks to kind of. You're still working, but
they're prepping for fall, but they're not not having active story times for a week, about 2 weeks.
Well,
it's just to.
And what's your kind of takeaway for parents, though? Because we're going to talk at the end of the month. But, as we're kind of gearing up for school, which is crazy for me to say that school's starting already. It just really has flown by.
Is.
What could you kind of put into their minds maybe about going into the library, checking some things out, and really getting the school year started on the right track?
I think for parents, we have a whole host of materials. We actually have a parent section. So when you go into our children's locations, into our children's library collections, there's a whole parent shelf, and it's multiple shelves, and it's help for parenting, schoolwork, that type of thing. But also we have kits that can help with your education that are STEM based, so science, technology, engineering, and math kits. Getting a library card, first of all, is just the biggest, the biggest tool that you can do. But for students, for parents, especially if you're fighting every night, homework is just, sometimes out of control and you don't have the resources at home, using your library card, you can access them at the library or from home 24/7 are our databases. They're huge for students. So all kinds of homework can be done using those. And so I would say our databases, our parent shelf, our teacher parent kits, and just knowing, that you can come in and the citation tool is amazing. I would have killed for that.
I was going to ask you, how long did it take to handwrite some of those out?
Exactly. And I never got the period and the comma and the bracket. I never got it in the right spot. So those are all really fabulous tools that we have. So I would say definitely come check it out.
Really cool. And anything else coming down the pipeline that we haven't hit on?
No, I think we've pretty much hit on everything. The only thing I would say is if you are looking for somebody to come and talk about the library for community outreach, I am happy to do that. I've got a couple of PEO groups and Rotary clubs and different places I'm going to go talk to coming up in the next few weeks. So if you're looking for outreach, I think I'm going to be going to St. Ambrose to talk to the ladies group. So
that'll be fun.
There's lots of maybe the Altar Society. So there's just lots of places that we can tailor my talk to your group. So if you're interested in that, give me a call. My number is 618-433-2877.
I just love, and please do, because I'm telling you, you'll learn so much about Hayner Library, but also just some of the benefits that are there for you to just grab.
For sure, yeah.
Mary, I love chat. This is one of my favorite segments.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break here, and HaynerLibrary.org. Oh, you know what? I have you. I'm going to force you to sit here and look at this, because you always hear my live read. I'm at HaynerLibrary.org. Okay, we're going to On the Scene now.
There we go.
Hold on here. Let me zoom out because my eyes were really bad earlier. All right, you guys see this little How Do I tab? Ready? Get a library card right here, and then you're gonna let me zoom back in now that I can see everything again. All right, and then all you do is register for that library card. It'll take you to a whole nother page where you can put your information in. Put your first name, your last name, your date of birth. Make sure you bring your driver's license to pick this bad boy up.
Yep.
And then really just be a part of the library, and that way you can unlock everything.
Yep, everything.
So I had to make you guys sit through that. Well, I always tell them how to do it, but
well, and this fall, one of the programs that I'm going to be doing, and it'll be in our newsletter, which is going to cover October, November, December. I'm actually going to do a Library 101 class. So anybody that's interested in learning about all the resources that we have, the online resources that we have, you can come to the class. I'll try to have one during the day and one in the evening, and we'll go through pretty much pull up the website and go through all the how to use everything on there. So
big fan of that.
Yeah, it should be fun.
We might have to take.
If you're into libraries,
Can we tape that one?
Yeah,
and we can run it on RiverBender.
That'd be great. That would be fantastic. Yep.
We have solved it all today.
So we've got our plants are all taken care of. Our Library 101 is all taken care of. That would be fantastic.
Let's do that. And now email us your next suggestion, because I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break and we'll wrap up Monday morning right after this.